man, know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards. The 37 on first and 10. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmaker.
That's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
21.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here we go. 20. 12.
Play action. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Coleman now. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2nd down and goal. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
59, 59, go, go, go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Seattle.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now Scarborough. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
16 yards, a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 46-yard.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Seahawks' 18-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! Black!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 5 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think of...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down.
56, right there, 56. Here we go, watch the pass. Check.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Scarborough. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Bo Scarborough with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. To throw is Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we
A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
Here we go. Alert flare, alert flare.
Hey, alert, alert, alert.
Stand right there, 54 Mike. Here we go. Slam, slam, slam. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
2.
Check that.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So we've hit half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Niners 17.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go, here we go.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Seattle.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run. This is Scarborough. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Let's go, team. 53 is the mark. Let's go double count right here. Double count. 55.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
I got you. Give me that ball, defense.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Yeah, the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Switch.
On first down now, a run with McKinnon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd and a yard, Wilson flushed out right. Fights him off. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
No gain on the dump off at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. D. Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
56 is the mark. Switch up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Get ready. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 40. Clear.
Here's Wilson to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Now he's forced out right. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Coleman. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Hey, come on, come on, come on.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Damon Harrison in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
65, 65.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Shit!
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Right, here we go. Like 20.
54 miles. You don't want nothing. You got the ball.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. That's now his second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they will take a knee here.
Wilson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up fourth down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon standing just outside his own goal line. Taken at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this